Hey guys, today I am getting ready for work. It's very early in the morning and I just watched a video and it made me want to just talk to you guys because it's something that I think is on everyone's mind, well, at least on the creator side. So I just wanted to talk through that with you. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're new here, I'm Yadi. I like to talk about makeup, all kinds of makeup, luxury makeup, indie makeup, drugstore makeup sometimes, but I do get readies with me. And in December, I am uploading every single day. And yeah, there's a lot going on in the creator space. So I kind of wanted to go through that. I'm not going to talk about the makeup because I have to make it out of here on time for work, but I will leave everything linked down below. So it's like 5:30 a.m. and I just watched a video by Raw Beauty Christy, and it kind of got me thinking because I've seen this a lot recently, you guys. Now, if you're a creator, you're totally going to be able to relate, but in general, I was thinking this applies to my job. If you don't know, I'm an insurance broker. I'm in sales. And it's one of those things, like it's the end of the year and it always gets a little quiet for me at the end of the year. And being in sales, being a producer is always so scary because it's like everybody goes quiet and you're like, oh my God, like, am I going to be able to fill my pipeline for next year? Is everything going to be okay? Like, where are the clients going to come from? Oh my gosh, where's all the work that I've done all year? How do I stay relevant so that they remember me in the new year? So I'll link the video that I'm talking about, but Raw Beauty Christy uploaded a video and she was talking about how, you know, she hasn't uploaded in a while and what's been going on. And she also said that she's just worried because she started her YouTube channel. Am I blocking the mic? She started her YouTube channel 10 years ago and I just kind of smiled because I'm like, yeah, we've all been there. But it was like all she could do is eat, sleep, and breathe makeup, okay? She had a 40-hour job. She uploaded 3 times a week in addition to her full-time job. And like, that's all she did. But she just had a baby recently, a couple years ago. And after that, she became lost. Like, she didn't know what to talk about. And so haven't we all been there in one way or another, regardless of what you've done in life or work or whatever? At some point in your life, there's always that need or that feeling that you're not relevant anymore, that people don't come to you about certain things like they used to. And so it just got me thinking because on the creator side, on YouTube, it's the end of the year. So a lot of people have been talking about how you have to get creative for next year or you will become irrelevant. Short form content is kind of one of those things that is coming. And if you did not get into it or acclimated, you're going to miss the mark. I also saw a video by Michelle Wong yesterday and Samantha March. They were just sitting in Michelle's living room, I guess. And they were talking about how they're also lost, you know, how short form content is really taking over and how do we fit in all of that? Now, I am kind of 50-50. Like, I am one of those that as I'm getting ready or if I'm cooking, which let's be honest, I don't cook that much, but anything that I'm doing around the house or I'm driving to work, I like to turn on a video and just kind of listen in the background, you know? I don't necessarily sit there and watch intently, but I'll turn it on, especially like my friends on YouTube or a murder mystery, or these podcast videos that are becoming really popular on YouTube. I'll just kind of listen in the background to commentary stuff. So I do like the long form content when I don't have to pay attention. But at the end of the day, if I'm just trying to relax, unwind, and you know, just kind of want to like scroll mindlessly, I love the short form content. Or if I've had a tough day, like I just kind of want to laugh, you know, and I just don't want to think about it or pay attention. I just want these quick hits of, quick hits of endorphins, I guess. You know, you just want like that quick fix or whatever. So, oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Okay, I said I wasn't going to talk about the makeup, but I'm using this Notoriously Morbid palette. We don't always ChChCh. We don't always ChChCh. Whatever. I've used it twice and it's I gotta use it some more. Anyway, so, you know, I have my kids. I have 3 boys, and they're kind of always the ones kind of keeping me up on the up and up, you know, like, hey, mom, you should probably shift to this kind of focus or this kind of focus, or always along makeup, but like, start doing this, start doing that. And so we were talking yesterday, and I'm going to tell you about this really important live stream that I feel like as a creator you need to go watch. But we were talking about this live stream that I had watched, and they were saying they were giving you like their predictions for 2023, which I think we all can agree with. But what they were saying is that online content creators, okay, not YouTube, but content creators, content will always be king, right? You have to have good content to keep people engaged, to make people want to subscribe, those kind of things. But like, as a content creator, if you are not keeping up with the changes, if you are inflexible, then you're probably going to stay behind. And they were talking about how short form is just going to take over. And it has been. I mean, we've noticed this change, right? And it has been for a while. I went back on my socials, like, when was the last time that the first time that I uploaded a short on YouTube? And it was the end, like December 2020, you guys. December 2020. Now, between December 2020 and today, I think I've only uploaded like maybe less than 20 shorts on my YouTube. And it's like, why did I fail to see that that's where people were headed, right? And, you know, I was being inflexible. I was sticking with what I knew, and I didn't want to do anything other than that. And those are the people that kind of stay behind. You know, we heard Samantha March and Michelle Wong talk about this, and how they're just, you know, Michelle was saying that she's just not, she doesn't feel confident uploading shorts, that it's, you know, it's outside of her comfort wheel. She's doing it, which is great, but that it's just a new way of creating content. We can no longer be called YouTubers. Now we are content creators. Then there was another one that was just shocking to me, because she is just, first of all, beautiful. She's so good, and she blew up. Now, many of you guys may know. Let me bring you in closer, because this color is magic, okay? I know I wasn't going to talk about the makeup, but damn. Okay, so I went in with this shade, and then I topped it with this shade there below. Her name is Tanya. I got eyeshadow all over my sweater. Okay, so her name is Tanya B. Wells, and she uploaded a similar video like this too, and I love her. I'm gonna link her down below, because I really feel like everybody loves her. You guys should go check her out. But she was talking about the same thing. She was saying that, you know, she still loved makeup, and she would still continue to buy new makeup, but something that, you know, maybe if you're not a creator you don't see, is that burnout is real, first of all, but then second of all, unless, I mean, I don't know your life, but like, most people don't have an unlimited budget to spend on makeup. And what starts happening, even if you have a larger budget than most, is you start to get overwhelmed, because there's just so much of it everywhere you look. I've been filming a declutter video for my eyeshadow palettes, and I wanted to show everyone like kind of how I had everything set up in the back and all of that. I couldn't. There's a mess everywhere, you guys. And I'm not even one of those new makeup review channels, so I can't even imagine what they're going through. And so she was talking about, like, you know, it was so much work, so little pay that YouTube was giving her, and starting to feel like she was burning out. She also felt self-conscious about the fact that short form content or shorts were not her thing, that she just wasn't into that. And it made me a little sad, because she blew up. She started her channel a year ago, and in 1 year, I think once she hit 1 year on YouTube, she had like 15,000 subscribers. And it's not hard to see. I mean, she is literally the loveliest girl ever. But it made me worried for her. I didn't put any comments on the video, because like, who am I, you know? But when I wanted to tell her, you know, because we're friends, right? I watch her on YouTube. She's my friend. But what I wanted to tell her is like, no, like, your content's so good. Like, I know it's uncomfortable to get outside of your comfort zone, but you're going to become irrelevant if you don't jump on that bandwagon, because that's what the people want, you know? And so it just got me thinking, like, people always say this, like, is beauty YouTube dead? Blah, blah, blah. No, beauty YouTube's not dead. It's just the way in which people are consuming it that is changing. And so I wanted to share, because I know that not everybody watches the channels that I watch, but I thought, you know, this is going to be really important. So when I came back to YouTube after my husband was sick, or had been sick, and then when things stabilized, I came back to YouTube, and my views are down. Okay, my views are down. I don't know what's happening. And you start questioning yourself. That's like the first thing that pops into your head, like, people don't like me anymore, or I'm not good at this anymore, or what, you know, what am I doing wrong? Why aren't people engaging that used to engage before? And so instead of thinking about it that way, what I realized is it's not that people don't like me. Like, it's not that deep. It's not about me necessarily. It's about the way that people have changed the way that they're consuming their content, even in the last 6 months. Like, nothing stays the same. You know, my husband got out of the hospital, and he said something that was so, like, it was funny, but at the same time, like, kind of shocking, how in the 6 months that he was in a coma, or, you know, in a medical induced coma, I guess I could say, like, Reels became a thing. Like, Reels blew up on Instagram, and he didn't even know what that was. Like, I remember him opening up his Instagram when he was in the hospital, and he just, like, for hours, you guys, he would sit there and just scroll through the Reels. And he was just like, oh my God, like, that wasn't a thing before I went in to the hospital. And it's like, it was a thing. He just, you know, didn't know about it. And so how quickly things change, how quickly technology changes. And so I started uploading shorts, and what I noticed is those videos are getting way more views, normal views, more comparable views to what I had before I took a break on YouTube. And so again, that's just telling me the way that people are consuming content is changing. One of the trends for 2023 that Think Media was talking about is that you know, short form content is going to take over. So if you didn't know, as a creator here on YouTube, in February of 2023, so next year, they will start monetizing shorts. And that's huge, because that's another way that we can get paid on YouTube. Well, that's wonderful to know as a creator, right? I'm going with my ChChChh Future Skin. And that's wonderful to know as a creator, because we need to focus on that as well, maybe 50-50. But when I look at my channel, the reason that I wanted to post every single day in the month of December is because, one, I've never done like a formal Vlogmas, but then two, I thought if I hit the algorithm hard with a lot of content, it will start to recognize me and my uploads, and it will start pushing my channel out again. And it's been a lot of work, you guys, for very, very little views. Now, at the end of the day, you can't make somebody want to watch your video, you know? And I've heard this a lot, like, in other years, I had never heard it as much as this year. Like, people are overwhelmed with all of the content that they have to consume, not they have to, but that they want to consume from their favorite YouTubers, because everybody's uploading every single day, and we only have so many hours in the day. And so it's like, yeah, you know, there was a study that showed that in the last several years, our attention span has actually gone down by 4 minutes. 4 minutes! Like, what the heck? And here I am filming a long ass get ready. But their attention span has gone down by 4 minutes. What that means is that they're, as much as they like you, as much as they're interested in your content, like, they don't have the attention span to be able to hang with you. And so don't get offended. Shift, redirect, like, do something different, right? And so that's what they were talking about. And, you know, it's hard for me to like sit there and like message every creator I know individually and like tell them what I heard. So that's why I thought, you know, let me just film this video, because it's happening to the best of us. The larger YouTubers, obviously, if you do this full time, you have a lot more to lose than I do, you know? But it's just important for me because I love this. This is such a great hobby for me. It's one that, you know, has been a great distraction for me when I've gone through really heavy, hard things in my life. But in addition to that, I've built a community. Like, I love it here. I don't want to leave. But if I don't want to leave and I want to continue to be relevant, then I'm going to have to shift my way of doing things just a little bit. And you know, just know that I'm keeping up with the times. I'm giving people what they want, but in a way that they can consume. And in today's age, with TikTok taking over, like that, it just is what it is. So I guess the reason I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys is like, especially for the creators, like, I know so many great creators that have said this lately, like, oh, short form content's not my thing. I mean, is content creation your thing? Do you love creating content? Do you love engaging with the community? Regardless of the content that you put up, do you like engaging with that community? Because if you do, then I would say just be flexible. You know, I made this post yesterday. You'll probably watch this a week from now, but I made this post about a recap of 2022. And it was just showing like what we went through with my husband and, you know, whatever. And at the end of the day, 2022, to anybody from the outside looking in, I'm sure they look at us and they're like, oh, geez, poor people, you know? They've been through so much. And we have been through so much. But at the end of the day, what I called 2022 was beautiful. Like, perspective is everything, you guys. And we went through a lot, but we got through it, right? But in that post, what I was talking about was just like, when times get tough, the ability to be flexible is what is going to get you through that tough time. If you can't be flexible, if you can't just kind of take things as they come and then shift, redirect, swerve, like the post said, you know, and do it a different way to get you through that tough time, you won't survive. And obviously, in our personal life, that it was life or death. We had to be flexible. But you know what? The flexible tree is the one that won't break during the storm. Now, I get it. It's not that deep. It's just content creation, especially if you're, you know, a part-time YouTuber. But to some, especially those larger creators that depend on YouTube for their livelihood, it is everything. You know, it's live or die here because that's how they feed their families. And so that was the whole point of this live. I just wanted to come on here and just kind of share what I had heard on this live stream. The channel's called Think Media. And there was like other tips. You know, one was like about sharing your values, making sure you were clear about that. The intro, oh my God, I'm like the worst at intros. I'm so bad. Like, my intros can be like minutes and minutes long. I always have so much to say. But it was like, keep your intro short. Nobody cares, you know. Make sure you have chapters in your videos because Google uses that as key moments if you're Googling for a specific product that you reviewed. So put chapters in your videos. And then the last one, you know, content is king, of course, but be flexible, get with the times. Shorts are going to be a huge thing in 2023. That being said, you can't just only focus on shorts. Don't redirect so much that you completely stop what you're doing because there still will be an audience for long form content, but maybe look at your analytics and pay attention. Like, maybe don't focus only on that. I'll tell you what, like the long form content that does well for me or semi-decent are going to be new makeup releases. People want to talk through that because we talk about it as friends together. New makeup releases. The next thing that does well is going to be new makeup reviews. Long form content on new makeup reviews does really well on my channel. But I'm not going to buy everything new. I think I've been pretty clear about that. And then the other thing that does really well on my channel are shorts. Like literally shorts, you guys. Those get way more views for me than my long form content. And I think that I need to be flexible, even though I love the long form content, and just realize that people that watch my channel, they want the short form content. And I'm actually growing subscriber count by my shorts. You know, we get to see the analytics on the back end and it's working. So why wouldn't I focus on that as well. So in addition to just sharing what I had heard, I also, you know, wanted to, I guess, tell you what you can expect from my channel. I'm still going to do like at least 1 or 2 long form videos a week. Wednesday and Sunday is the days that I've normally uploaded. So I'm still going to do those or get very close to that. I have started my live stream, my makeup and chill again on Fridays. So I think that I will do that, if not weekly, at least a couple times a month, because I think that's fun. And I've already got some brands lined up to come on, as well as some creators. So that's fun, fun, fun. And then I'll do like my new makeup releases on Sundays. I'd love to do those live because those are a pain in the ass to edit, but I don't know if that will work. I'm gonna test it out to see what people are up to on Sundays. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna focus on. So I just wanted to, I guess, come on here and just talk about it, because I think, like, regardless of what you do in life, there's always going to be a time where you have to shift, you have to redirect, you have to be able to do something to stay relevant. For me, being on YouTube, being in sales for my job, that's always a problem. Like every single year, like you have to assess and see what worked, see what didn't, redirect. Even if you loved doing things a certain way, you have to be able to be flexible, because if not, you're going to get left behind. People that did not embrace Zoom and, you know, virtual selling in 2020, they got left behind. And the people that did, this is such a lesson. The people that did get on board, even though they were uncomfortable, just like the rest of us, but they embraced it. They figured out how to make Zoom work for them, and they just kind of like went for it hard, like just really, really embraced it. Those people in 2020 in my industry were the ones that sold the most, the ones that grew their book of business the most, because they, instead of sitting there saying, oh, that's not really my thing, or, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to me. Instead of having that mentality, they just kind of went head first and they said, this is what we need to do to get things done. I'm going for it, you know? And I think that's the attitude that in life we need. Like, you know, going through hard times again, like you have to have that mentality. Like, this is what it takes to survive. I'm going to do it, you know? And if you love this platform as much as I do, I think that that's what's going to help you in 2023. Again, who am I? I don't know. I literally only have, not only because I appreciate every subscriber, but I literally only have a little bit over 3,000 subscribers. My engagement is not even that great. I'm working on it since I came back, but I just thought, like, regardless of the size of your channel, if you're watching this, if you're flexible, if you try it, even if you don't do it well at first. Like, I look at some of my reels and I'm like, good Lord, this girl, she's old. Like, get off of get off of TikTok. You don't even know what you're doing. But if you just embrace it and keep doing it and doing it, 1, you'll perfect it and you'll become really good at it. But 2, you will start to see growth in a new way, because reality is that you can't change the direction of in which the way that people consume content is going. So if you can't beat them, you join them. Look at this. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. Okay guys, so here is the final look. I just thought that you guys might want to see how I put the rest of it together. I honestly had nothing else to say except that. So all I will wrap this up with by saying is, I think that when you have a goal, it's okay to sit back and to reassess and to strategize, to plan what it is that you want your channel, your content to become. And even though I do this as a hobby, I still look at it through a business lens because I'm not closed off to anything. I think that anything's possible, especially with the way that content online has evolved. And so I think it's good to sit back, strategize, be flexible, redirect when needed, and then move forward. So anyway, just something that was on my mind. I think it's applicable if you really look at the principles in any area of our life, but I hope that if you're a content creator that you watched it so that you know, those little tips and tricks that I've heard from other very large platforms that have been successful help you as well. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to go to work now, but yep, I love the way that this look came out. All the makeup will be listed down below. Some are affiliate links, so if you use them, free to use. You don't have to, but they do support my channel. They give me a small commission, so thank you for that. All right, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye!